Good morning, friends. How are you? I'm sure you are delighted to see this chapter in front of you as an audio file. I know you are eagerly waiting for it. Now, this is in front of you. Friends, I first say thanks to Almighty Authority that who gave me this opportunity to share this book as an audio version in English in front of you. And all of you, from my heart, that you have appreciated this work. So, without wasting a single minute of my time and your time, I'll start this chapter. Wo Kaata. People will keep pulling you down. Show them that you are a phoenix who destined to rise again. Dr. Lalit Arora. While preparing for ACE Summit, I visited Nehru Place in Delhi. I had to meet my team there. After the meeting, I went to an electronics shop and I had to buy some gadgets for the home. I was carrying my checklist, speakers, bought, earphones, bought. Oh, I had to buy Googles as well. So I asked the shopkeeper of the electronics store if there were any optical store nearby. There were none. But one of the sales executive handed me AI-led Google that showed all the necessary messages and emails on its screen. That was an experience for me. The sales executive told me, "Sir, you will be more focused on your work and won't miss anything important when you wear it." My subconscious mind immediately replied, I wish people who dare to dream big or out of the box could get something like this, which would let them focus on their dreams and nothing else. It's a norm or fashion. You can say that whenever our great God, good society, sees someone doing something out of the defined way, they start calling them names or become hurdles in the person's way. I'm not sure if you have heard about the curbs theory. So let me tell you about it. If you have heard it, then let me remind you again. Curbs theory, also called Curbs mentality, is based on the philosophy मेरी दीवार गिरे तो गिरे पर पड़ोसी की बननीस बफेलोस मरनी चाहिए. Meaning, if I cannot do something, I make sure you too bear the consequences. There was an experiment to prove it. Once many cups were put together in a basket, though any of the curb trying to crew up could have escaped from the basket, none could do so because they kept pulling each other into the basket so that none of them escaped. This happens with our society as well as. They live with the mindset that if I cannot fulfill any dream of doing something extraordinary, then I won't let you live the life of your dream too. This happened to me quite many times when I was doing my diploma in cutting and tailoring. You already know now that people had started to call me tailor. One of the embarrassing moments was when I was attending a marriage and everyone gathered for a group of photo. When one of my known one called me, "Hey Taylor, come here." I felt like leaving from that event. Yet, instead of embarrassing the exceptions route, I told my mind to take up the facing route. I went to the stage where everyone had gathered and said bluntly, "Here is the tailor. Let's click the photo with her tailor in it." Another such moment that I remember was when my known ones disrespected my mother at a get together. People started teasing my mom by saying, "Oh, in the next event, I will give Lalit all the clothes so stitch so that he could earn some money and he will definitely give us some discount. So we would also save some. It will be a win-win situation for all of us." And then everyone started laughing. I saw my mom's pride sinking. When we come back home, my mom questioned me for the first time about what I was doing with my life, as my parents wanted me to be a government officer. I kept quiet. I had understood the game. Everyone is unhappy with whatever you do. They won't be happy ever because you choose to own your dream and make them happen. So, you have to decide whom you will make happy. Those members of good society whose contribution are nil in your life or to yourself, who have some self respect and dignity in their own eyes. Another thing, these society members will try to cut you down on is being sarcastic about your dream and earning. "Oh, you want to earn so much. You are money minded. Don't you know that money does not grow on trees?" You will hear such things sooner or later. So he ready to answer them, but first gain clarity. I agree. Our ancestors had said this famous line that money does not grow on trees. But in what context? Do you know the right context? Earlier, when our ancestors said that money does not grow on trees, one should not blow money immorally. But if you sow the right seed and learn to irrigate correctly, you will be able to reap the benefit from the tree, and soon you could enjoy its fruit. That is the same with money. When you see a dream, you take the right steps to fulfill it, implement the right actions, and you will enjoy the benefits. Another proverb that society always tells you about money is to spread your legs as wide as your street. Here, the role of societal crabs comes in a place where they want to pull you down. This society, which is worried for all the Homo sapiens of this world, has morphed the context of dreaming big by limiting the belief through the saying, spread your legs only according to the length and breadth of your sheet. Let's say instead of limiting your expenditure, if you were told to focus on raising the bar of earning more, you would have reached another level. Is it not it? When people say or ask you to limit your expenditure without encouraging you to expand your income horizons, they limit you and your mindset from developing and thinking beyond what is possible. This is the context that I know from my elders. You have to decide whether these things are saying are eligible for you or not. Let me tell you another interesting story about frogs. Once there was a frog kingdom. Like human beings, these frogs were also driven by societal norms. Every year, a big celebration was kept in honor of the king. Frogs from various castes and creeds would take part. During the festivities, everyone's favorite was that 200-meter race, where even the celebrators were kept to demotivate the participants. The kingdom was dwelling on the crab mentally. The day of the 200-meter race arrived. As the gun was shot, to alert the participant that race had started. Other frogs who were in the audience started hooting and disappointing the participants. To the slim frog, The audience echoed, "Hey, you Slimmy, don't you eat anything? You're good for nothing. Froggy, you cannot even walk properly. How can you run? See your legs. They are so weird." Slowly, the slim frog lost his motivation to run the race and was out of it. Now it was the turn to the fat frog. Once again, the audience echoed, "Hey, you froggy, you are so ugly. What made you think you would become a winner? You can never win in anything. You Fesco." The fat frog also lost his motivation and was soon out of the race. Like this, the number of runners kept this raising. These was one frog. There was one frog who was focused on the finishing line. He kept on running until he reached the end, and thus he won the race. Media frogs who wanted to know the secrets of the win surrounded the winner's frog. After many questions, he kept himself still with a teeny smile on his face. The surrounding people could not understand the matter. You know, people, they won't let things go easily. It, if someone loses, people will be bothered. And if someone wins, people will be concerned more. So one of the journalist frog came forward and screamed at the winner frog, "How you win? How you can win when everyone was demotivating you?" The winner frog only saw the person's lips moving. He understood they wanted to say something, but he was not getting it right. So he just made one action which silently the entire crowd present near him. He made signals from his hand that he was deaf and dumb. Ha ha! Something you have to believe, like the winner frog in your life. You have to act like you are deaf and dumb when people point you to your dreams and say that you cannot do anything in your life. I am not telling you to encourage them by keeping mum. I am asking you to judge sensibly and then decide whether to answer them through your words or actions by achieving your dreams. People who would tell you to do something normal would always scare you, talk behind your back, or even inculcate fear among your family members who might be supportive of you. When I recall these things of struggles, I must tell you that my known ones scared my parents by telling them I could go to jail soon because I had joined the direct selling industry. And according to most people, perceptions, the network marketing or direct selling was a fraud business. I kept mum and asked by asked my parents to just have that belief in me that their pertaining would not as wrong in my case. Even a year back, some people kept telling behind me my back. I never paid heed to what they said. And now, with all divine's grace, when I am earning much higher, those people are coming to me to make to take my suggestions and include me in their big decisions. This is the power of dream. I hope you would have understood by now what I mean to say by sharing my experience in this chapter. The learning here is simple. People will keep making efforts to cut you down. Keep bouncing back and stay with your feet firm on the ground so that you do not get deviated from your dream. So, this is the end of this journey of chapter 4. Friends, I hope you have enjoyed my words. I tried my level best to give you with feel of this chapter. Please do not forget to share these with your friends. Also, I suggest you to have this book at your footsteps. To do so, I have provided the link of this book both in English and Hindi in the description. And one of the beauty is that if you want, you can get live workshop from Dr. Lalit Arora for developing your personality in this industry. The link is also being provided in the description. Thank you so much for your listening, and please wait for the next chapter. Thank you so much.